How can I help?
What position are you there, Danielle, please? It's Michael Borisovich from Luke's Army.
Okay. I'm a team leader in the Client Services Department.
For QCAT.
That's right, yeah.
No, the advocate is at the last QCAT meeting I went to. I said to the lawyer, I said, I'm here as an advocate, and he goes, no, I'm the advocate because I'm the lawyer. So if you could give me a description of an advocate, a description of a support person, and their roles and their entitlements.
Advocate can have several meanings, and we can't really provide an interpretation of the term for you, but a support person, if they're allowed into a hearing room, they're there just to provide support to the party, so they can't speak on behalf of the party.
Right.
They generally can't address the tribunal. They wouldn't be able to provide information to the tribunal. They are there just to provide a support to that party. Now, if someone has a representative there and they've been granted leave for that,
but by that, do you have to make an application to be granted leave for an advocate?
Generally, yes. In some tribunal matters, leave, you don't require leave to be represented, but in most you do.
Okay, you need to apply for leave.
Generally, yes. It depends what kind of matter it is and who the party is.
Can you give me a broad outline on what sort of matters are and what sort of matters aren't?
That kind of information you would need to have a look at our website for, but generally, I mean, because we cover obviously a number of different jurisdictions, so say a guardianship matter when the person the application is concerning, for example, that's one type of party that wouldn't have to apply for leave to be represented, but because we cover so many different jurisdictions and matter types, it does just depend on each one, so I can't really give you a broad view of what
No, that's good. That's great. So for a guardianship matter, doesn't have to apply for advocacy.
If it's the person that the application is concerning, if there's other parties involved in there and they want representation, they would have to apply for leave to be represented. So it depends on what the matter type is and which party it is that
if they're going against DOCS regarding their children and they want an advocate there to help speak for them, they don't have to apply for that.
No. So are you referring to a children's matter?
Yeah, I deal with DOCS matters.
Okay. So generally, in those circumstances, and this is just generally, someone would have to apply for leave to be represented if that's what they want during a hearing. Now, if they want someone to assist them outside of that hearing, they can do that without needing leave. But if they want someone to stand up at the hearing and represent them, generally they'll have to apply for leave for that. Okay, and who do you apply to? The tribunal.
Apply to tribunal. Is there any paperwork or anything?
There's an application form for that, and that's available on our website as well.
What about support person? So you're entitled to a support person, and what rights have DOCS got to kick a support person out? Any?
They don't kick people out of the hearing room, so if it's a tribunal member or an adjudicator, it's their hearing room, and they can make a decision if they feel that somebody is interfering with the process and needs to leave, or whether they're happy for that person to stay. So generally hearings are open, but tribunal can make decisions to close the hearing or to ask people to be removed if they're affecting the proceedings. So
what if they? But then
up to the tribunal members.
Right? Should there be evidence, or I mean, like I said to that last girl, they can't just do it. You know, there's laws. There's got, and I will not. If it's all wishy-washy, that is against the law. You know what I mean? There's no here or there. We're not talking about DOCS now. We're talking about tribunals and that. There's laws that surround this. They can't just go, oh yeah. It has to be based on law. Their decisions, doesn't it?
It's up to the tribunal. We don't, as registry staff, we don't provide legal advice or information about the legal basis for decisions. So if you wanted that information, you would need to obviously obtain your own legal advice.
Well,
if you've got concerns about a particular action by a tribunal member, you can write in about that, and that needs to be directed to the president of QCAT.
Okay, wait, one sec, I will do that. The first QCAT tribunal I went to, I was, Pat Anderson stood up and said she wanted me to leave. Now, she made me leave my own son's inquest as well. And this has got to stop because, and I'm not going to go too deeply in it because there are a number of investigations going on. And that's why I think we all need to get a level playing field, not this, what the DOCS managers say and how the tribunal feels on that day. It's just not good enough, is it?